Today I'm going to read a book called The Thing About Bees. I've got my helper Toby here. We're going to tell you about why bees are good and we shouldn't hurt them. Here's the thing about bees. Sometimes bees can be a bit rude. They fly in your face and prance on your food. They buzz in the bushes and buzz in your ear. They sneak up behind you and fill you with fear. And worst of all, they do a thing called sting. Ouch! We may want bees gone because their stings hurt, but if they're all gone, it would hurt much worse. Without bees, there'd be no more picnics with watermelon, no more smoothies with mango. There'd be no more strawberries for shortcakes and no more avocados for tacos. There'd be no apples, which means no more pie, no more cucumbers, which means no more pickles, and no more blueberries or raspberries for pancakes or sweet cherries to drizzle. Because some foods won't grow without bees to help them along. In a way, bees are just like you. You buzz in the bushes and buzz in my ear. You sneak up behind me and fill me with fear. You fly in my face and prance on my food. You even sting when you're in a bad mood. But I'll never stop loving you. You're my sweet cherry pie, the apple of my eye. You're my cucumber pickle, my bumblebee in the sky. You're my cold watermelon in a picnic in the park. You're the avocado on my taco. You're my strawberry heart. Without these little buzzers, the world wouldn't know what to do. That's the thing about bees. We need them just as much as we need you. So the author wrote this book about bees because he was very scared of them. And the author learned that bees play a very important part in our world, that they can be scary, but when we learn about something, it can feel less scary. And that there are different kinds of pollinators, both bees and wasps are both good for the garden, so we're going to learn a little bit about them. So here's everything you need to know not to get stung by a bee or a wasp. Ignore them. Most bees don't want to sting you. Stay calm and hold still if a bee comes around or a wasp. Never swat at them because that will increase the chances that you're going to get stung. Avoid carrying ripe fruit because you will smell like a bee dinner. Wear shoes. Some bees make nests in the ground. Don't forget, bees don't want to sting you. They're busy collecting pollen. Wear a hat if you don't want bees in your hair, and tell an adult if you get stung right away. So here's some different kinds of bees. Bumblebees, they're very friendly. They can sting, but they usually ignore you. They're excellent pollinators, and they make honey, but not as much as honeybees. They're very fuzzy and too big and blobby for their tiny wings, but somehow they fly. Carpenter bees are also pretty harmless. They rarely sting. They make nests in wood and old logs. They're also a great pollinator, and they have a little furry jacket. A pollinator is anything like a bee, a bird, or a butterfly that helps fruits and vegetables grow by spreading pollen from plant to plant. A honeybee is the world's best pollinator and pollen eater. They're also very friendly. They can only sting one time, so if they do sting you, they're going to die. So we really don't want them to sting us, right? They live inside hollow logs and trees. They make honey. They make wax to build their honeycombs to hold the honey. And they do a little dance to help their honeymates find the best flowers. And then there's some different kinds of wasps that you've probably seen around. Seems like we've had more wasps lately. A mud dauber has a long little tail like this. It's not very aggressive and it rarely stings. Has a very skinny body and no hair. It mostly eats spiders, which is maybe a good thing. And it's not a pollinator. Hornets is the largest wasp. They can be very aggressive, but only when threatened, so if you leave them alone, they probably won't sting you. This sting hurts pretty bad, and they can sting more than once, so you do want to avoid them. They are a pollinator, but they don't pollinate as much as bees do. They mostly eat wood and turn it into paper nests, and they love rotting fruit. They also like caterpillars. Yellow jackets are very aggressive. So if you see these black and yellow striped wasps, I would steer clear, stay away from them. They're not very hairy. They do pollinate, but not as much as bees. If you see one, the best thing to do is just walk away slowly. If you do get stung, run away because they will sting you again. They hunt garden pests, so that's good for gardeners, but not if you get stung. They eat meat and people food, making picnickers kind of grumpy. So just remember, bees are kind. They only want to help us. They really won't sting you. If you leave them alone, you'll probably be okay. Hope you guys get outside and enjoy nature this summer.